What is going on? I'm zmoT. We are going to be doing some War Factory, no warships today. If you have not gone into the shop, though, do make sure you grab those free keys because you're going to need those later on, or maybe you're going to need them now. Regardless, if you haven't watched my video from yesterday, do jump on it because it's going to show you one of the, I believe, 3 to 4 paths. And now it managed to get me to tier 4, which was, sorry, tier gold 17. Brain not firing on all cylinders. These War Factory videos come out far too early. Now, this is not overly difficult. I know it looks kind of crazy. There are lots of grapplers. You need to be aware of those. I think we're just going to go right. I was generally thinking of going right into here, right into the gut of it, but I don't think we need to do that. So I'm going to get a little bit crazy here to start with. We're going to start out, we're not going to get crazy to start with. We're going to get crazy later on. I'm going to drop Everspark right about there. We're going to press the hack button. She's going to select that rocket launcher. I am not going to use a flare, living on the edge. Just a reminder that Everspark does hack a little tiny bit slower without a flare. More importantly, she double hacks ever so slightly slower without a flare. So I am going to send Everspark over here, probably, actually 100% wasting a flare, but that's okay. We're going to drop that right there. And now, remember how I said that was okay? That is not okay. So we are in a world of pain right now. I am not going to get all the hacks I want out because I used one too many flares. And now Everspark's going to die. We're going to have to use our gunboat energy, and we're going to do it somewhat intelligently, hopefully. Need to figure out which building is the most dangerous. Those zmo's are going to push us a little bit south, which means I'm going to use my gunboat energy on this right here, trying to soften up that shock blaster a little bit. This attack not going super duper well so far. The fact that I've got all zookas loaded, you probably want to load at least one boat of rifles. We'll see how far we can get on this, though. Should be able to take it down. I am at least 67% confident. So we are going to... It's so tempting to try and use that Grappler Express, but my goodness. You know what? Let's do it. I'm going to drop Everspark right here, and then I'm going to throw a smoke right there and just hope that she doesn't get passed from grappler to grappler to grappler. She got passed over there. That is not where I wanted her to go. Don't use the Grappler Express, and if you do, be very careful about where the heck you put Sparky, because as you saw there, she got grabbed by many grapplers at once, and that was amazing. I really enjoyed watching myself completely screw up there. So, let's call that attack done for the day. We're going to throw an artillery on that mortar right there, making sure that mortar is the most damage in that general vicinity. And then, sorry, that put I don't know why, maybe it's my absolute exhaustion, but that put a huge smile on my face. Now we're going to click the button, we're going to flare back there, and we are not going to get grabbed by a grappler, because if we do, it's only funny once. It's stupid the second time. Funny the first time, stupid the second time. Everspark underneath the very corner of that smoke. You saw her turn her head towards that mortar. That's her default targeting. Most damage, and then the flare overrides. Double hack just like that. Now, come on. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Come on, cannons. Turn that way. We're not going to get enough damage. Thankfully, we've got a little bit of gunboat energy left, so don't do the double hack there. That is not a good idea. That cannon might have taken out that shock launcher on its own, but because we did stupid things, now that shock launcher is still standing back there. So now, at this point, we are going to spread our troops out nice and wide, something like this, and that's going to allow us to distract, get confusing some of those grapplers, also get some free gunboat energy. I am not going to last this entire attack. We are going to retreat. I just need to get a little bit more damage on that shock launcher. That's the last thing I want to deal with, is the shock launcher as well as the mortars and things like that. As you can see here, we are getting grabbed in 47 different directions. Need Everspark and her Critter Swarm, so that haha moment earlier on definitely costing us some troops, costing us possibly the entire War Factory. So don't make the same mistakes I did. Get that Lego shock, hit it hard, and by Lego shock it means 4x2. That's a term that I made up. I don't know if anyone else actually uses that or not. If you use the term Lego shock, please throw a Lego similar emoji into the comments down below. We're not doing awful. I'm kind of surprised that we've managed to get this far in, to be completely honest. It's going to be a slog, though. I hope we've got 2 more attacks left. If not, we are in a world of pain right now. Come on, yeah, there we go. 2 more attacks. That's why I dropped those troops, because without dropping those troops, my goodness, that would have been painful. We are going to use 1 boat of our friendly neighborhood riflemen. This is not warships. We don't need to use warriors as riflemen. I am going to bring Critter Swarm because Critter Swarm is the answer. Kavan is not the answer. Anytime there's grapplers, I feel like, hey, I could use second wind, and then I realize, nope, Kavan is going to run all the way across the map. Bad things are going to happen. Don't grab Everspark. Oh, that was way closer for comfort. Too close for comfort. I did not enjoy that at all when Everspark did get grabbed. Crap. See, I knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. So now, if you're unsure about that Lego shock, move your shock slightly to the right. If you miss the shock and the mortar is not shocked, bad things are going to happen. If you miss the shock and the cannon is not shocked, who really cares? You're going to lose 1 troop every 3 seconds, and that is the whole point of the rifleman, to be out front, to get shot in the face. So at this point, just be aware that those big red grapplers are going to grab way, way, way faster than those back grapplers. To level 1 versus level 3 or something like that. Don't know the colors off the top of my head, but just know that those grapplers do grab a fair bit quicker. Also, sniper towers shoot like 400 times faster than cannons, so if you start to get in the range of those sniper towers, get the heck out, move away, and save your gunboat energy for when you get close to them. Grapplers shooting slower than those sniper towers are, so I'm going to save a little bit of gunboat energy here, just trying to get up close and personal. See, I flared like a millisecond too early, so we didn't get that shock out, making all sorts of mistakes today, but I feel like it's not the worst thing in the world. I think we should be able to take this puppy down. It's going to cost me some diamonds in the end, but getting 29 diamonds or 28 diamonds or whatever it is every day from the task force, making all the difference in the world. So I use that as my segue. If you are not in a task force that's running more than 25 operations a month, do consider jumping in with us. We have to miss the occasional one just because intel is an issue with War Factory. I'm not going to rag on that too much, but get the diamonds. If you're in a task force that is not getting you all of the diamonds all of the days, then what? I mean, sure, you got some friends there, but come on, bro. Let's have a look at the stats here. Junior 9, 24 operations this month. Not too shabby, I gotta say. That is paying for all of these diamonds. I have not bought diamonds in years and years and years. Not really required anymore since that monthly Mega Crab came in. Operations, all the rest of it. So we're going to get some Critter Swarm so I don't get Everspark grabbed. Had Everspark stayed alive, that last attack, we would have cleared so much more. It's insane. Look at this, like those grapplers are all focused on those critters, and those critters are all free. So don't let Everspark die. If you do, you're going to regret it. And now, once you start to get a little bit closer, you need to get a little bit more concerned about keeping Everspark alive, because those grapplers are going to reach over top of the closest troops, and if they were to grab Everspark, bad things would happen. So getting rid of those last variables, those last grapplers, should open us up to take this puppy down. And I believe we've got 1 more attack left, but I'm not going to leave that to chance, because trying to record a video and attack and all the rest at all the same time tends to mean that I can't count to 5. So getting all of our troops in here, clearing all of these buildings, those shock blasters on that shock blaster down there and that rocket launcher back there, not really a concern. They're just ranging like our critters, for example. Zookas are still burning that core. All sorts of good stuff happening. Getting rid of that shock blaster so far seems like it was the right idea. Our Zookas still alive. Most of our riflemen still alive. Here's the concern that I have. This mortar right here. That mortar is going to do all sorts of damage to our troops, but looks like that Doom Cannon did range those troops as well, so not the end of the world. I think we've got an extra attack. We're going to keep throwing all of our gunboat energy towards that mortar, though, because our zookas can't get in there to take care of it. Hoping we're going to have enough troops just to barely burn this puppy down. Everspark's critters, you see how many times she's kept these troops alive? Every time that mortar shoots at those critters, every time the doom cannon or shock blaster shoots at those critters, saving our troops. There goes our rifleman. Rip rifleman. We've got this nice little hidey hole here, though. So if you have extra gunboat energy, if you didn't screw up with that shock launcher like I did, if you didn't screw up on your first hack like I did, throw your gunboat energy towards that mortar right there that is almost dead. Getting rid of that mortar is going to keep even more of your troops alive, and it's going to allow you to take this thing down probably in 3 attacks. 4 attacks, not the end of the world. Now, I have not been doing an XP35 and XP36 guide. This is 100% geared towards people who are XP37 or higher. And if you're wondering why XP37, Everspark doesn't get her hack ability until XP37. So rush that headquarters, rush your troops, rush everything in Boom Beach. This is not Clash of Clans. Every once in a while we run into someone who thinks they know better than all of the masses. I mean, if you want to play that way, just know that you're playing less efficiently. We are going to get this puppy down. Uh-oh. See that? What was that pause there for? Little bit of a lag there. I'm going to come back with one more attack because why the heck not? We'll try to solo it. Really wish that that was not a good idea. Really wish that soloing War Factory gave you 1 extra intel for every unused attack. Supercell, that would be fantastic. Please implement that. Speaking of implementing things, I've got a post on Reddit about the engine room locking and the Admiral's Key. I think that it's outdated. They need to fix it. Do go check that out. And even if you haven't played Warships and you hate Warships, click the button. Get those free rewards. All you have to do is click it once a season. You get all the free rewards, free tokens, free diamonds. Bob is your uncle. Speaking of free diamonds, there's another great opportunity to get some. I'll be back in a sec. We'll do something silly and fun. We have got one of the least useful tribes here. That is the Zooka health. I mean, it saves you like 1 time the entire 2 weeks that it's in play. So we're going to give that a go. We're also going to send Bullet out there. You'll notice there are a lot of grapplers. I figure, you know what? Let's send Bullet out there, see what the heck we can do. Just watch him get bounced between 8 grapplers is going to be worth the entertainment value on its own. Going to get rid of that rocket launcher because even though we have Zooka health, rocket launcher would be bad times. You know what? I'm going to use smoke. I wasn't going to use smoke to drop our troops, but might as well get all of our troops over into here. Bullet, don't get grabbed. That a guy. We're going to send all of our troops over into here. And notice we're going to get a little bit of pokage outage, but that shock launcher doesn't really going to get much of an opportunity. And then we're going to send all of our troops tightening back up, and then we're going to flare that right there. Getting Bullet out front. His taunt. Come on, taunt the shock launcher. There we go. Zooka health coming in hot, getting rid of all of the things. And now it's just an absolute gong show. That shock launcher is going to melt our troops if we let it. Also, that mortar gonna melt our troops. Just letting the grapplers send Bullet back and forth as our Zookas clear towards the core. Silly. There is no better way to describe this than silly. So that shock launcher almost down. We've got the critter bonus, whatever the heck you want to call that, and I mean, these Zookas are doing pretty darn good. Those grapplers are all focused on Bullet all the time. So now we just need to send some of our troops somewhere else. Bullet's health, look at that. He's still green. This is absolutely crazy, the fact that Bullet is still in the green. Those taunts are about to start expiring, though. They're 21 gunboat each. At this point, we're just going to let Bullet die and see if we can't clear towards the core, all because of those massive numbers of critters that we have. If we can pull a solo off on this using all Zookas and not using a heck of a lot of, like, not burning the core, just walking our troops through, I'm going to be absolutely amazed. So As you saw in that last attack, those top rocket launchers are going to start to come into play. So I'm going to move my troops ever so slightly down towards here, keeping those shocks coming. We're going to send some critters out in the next couple seconds or so. You see that I missed that shock on that one shock launcher. I can't believe we're still going here. I can't believe this attack is still moving forward. I definitely need a shock in the next little bit, though. This is absolute ridiculousness. Come on, we need one more building. There we go. Now we just need to get that last shock out. All of our zookas doing all of the damage, burning that core bit by little tiny bit. I wish I had a flare. There we go. I've got a flare. Do I move back a tiny bit? I think I do. Let's move back a tiny bit, trying to get out of the range of that mortar. We have 0 gunboat energy. We've got all of our zookas in a blind spot, burning the core. Hallelujah. Come on. You can't tell me you thought that I was going to clear 70 gears using all zookas with bullet, with 8 grapplers involved. That solo puts a massive smile on my face. Oh, zmoT still in range. Look at that. zmoT still doing some damage, but you know what? It's too late. That was too darn awesome. 30 seconds on the clock. Sneeze coming for me. I'm gonna have to mute at the absolute inopportune time. As I'm not a gentle sneezer. I am like explosive sneezer. Right as the core goes down, 18 seconds left. Come on, that was awesome. If you disagree, please let me know, but I just can't see how anyone possibly would not think that was epic. So, did the Zooka health save me? Maybe. It's quite possible that that extra health saved me from that initial shock launcher blast to the face, making me eat my words quite possibly. You can tell I didn't do crap on this account, only 450 raw crystals. Anyways, that is all for me. I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in. Peace.